Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is Dr. Connie Chung. I have an extensive educational background. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, master's in nutrition, a doctorate in physical therapy, been a clinician for over 25 years, as well as board certified in Institute of Functional Medicine in functional medicine. And I'm a ERYT certified at the 500 hour with Yoga Alliance. All that being said, I utilize yoga as a specific tool to help you to regulate your nervous system, to really empower you, to really reach in to your own essence and your healing power from within, to heal from any kind of symptoms, whether it be physical, mental, and emotional, as well as chronic illnesses. I believe all the answers are within you, that we have a biochemical capacity and the ability to heal our own bodies if we can align from within, inside out. That's what we do here. Welcome, and I can't wait to get to know you better.
Welcome everyone, this is Dr. Connie. This is the beginner series. We're going to do it in 4 sessions. And I decided to put this together because there are so many people that are practicing yoga. We all know it's good for you, but I see time and time again in my classes how much we're straining and spraining our bodies unnecessarily. And in the name of peace and calm, we don't hold on to our breath. And you have to remember to breathe through, to channel the energy through so that you have optimal benefits. Because the whole goal is to gain more mobility, as well as flexibility, and of course, strength and stability. And these are all things that's going to allow us to live in wellness and longevity. And that's what I want for each and every one of you. So we're just gonna go over some key poses that I want you to sort of master. And I'm gonna do it pretending like you have really tight hamstrings and low back, which is the #1 reason why a lot of people get deterred from yoga, and I'd like everybody to give this a try, okay? Coming to the top of your mat, I want you to stand nice and tall. First and foremost, I want you to keep the heel toe together. You're squeezing the inner thighs together, slight bend in the knee, push the floor away. Because you gotta remember, we're always defying gravity through the practice of yoga. Palm side forward. This is anatomical neutral, but it's also mountain pose in yoga, and I call this the active pose. Okay, chin is up, broad collarbones, grounded through your feet, pushing and activated through the inner thighs into our lower abdominals, into the rib cage, broad shoulders, chin up, as tall as you could be. So we're gonna start with SuryaNamaskar A, Vinyasa flows, and then SuryaNamaskar B. These are basic essential things you'll need to learn. So we're gonna go ahead and inhale, sweep your arms up, overhead gaze up. Exhale, fold forward, palms to the mat. Slow, slight bend in the knee. Inhale, lift up and out of your chest. Palms flatten, right foot back, left foot back. Let's lower the knees, keeping the elbows grazing the sides of your ribs. You push the floor away with all surface area of the palm, lower down. And then we're gonna go ahead and inhale. Push down to lift up, lots of arms. Tuck your toes, sink your hips back. And with the tucked toes, you lift into downward dog. Pull the navel to the spine, gazes towards the belly, and it might feel like you're reaching, but this is where you do not step forward or move your hands in mountain pose. You're making the most perfect triangle. Breathe, sinking the heel down. Maybe you alternate bending the knees side to side. Maybe you notice you're rounding and you have your knees bent. That's all good. It slowly starts to open up as you open up in your mind and get into your body. So it's all a progress. Doesn't look perfect from the beginning, but don't let that deter you. Exhale, bend your knees a lot, gaze forward, and on the in-breath, step the right foot forward, then left. Inhale, lift up and out of your chest. Exhale, fold with the knees bent, root down, come up. Inhale, gaze up, palms at heart, arms down by your side, mountain. We're gonna do it 3 times. Inhale up, exhale, fold, bend knees. Extend long and out of your chest, palms flat. This time left foot back, right foot back. Lower the knees and down slowly with elbows grazing the sides. Push down to lift. Exhale, sink your hips back, tuck your toes, and then start to lift your knees and then the hip. And then you start to sink your heels, walk your dog, breathe. Gazing down towards your belly, breathe. Breathe. Finding your breath is the best thing you can do. Exhale, bend your knees a lot, gaze forward. Step the left foot forward and right. Inhale, lift up and out of your chest. Exhale it, fold with a generous bend in the knee. Sweep your arms up, gaze up. Palms at heart. Arms down by your side, mountain. Find your calm and peace. Again, inhale it up. Exhale it, fold. Inhale, lift up and out of your chest. Palms flatten. We're going to go ahead and jump back. You don't have to. Walk it back. Lower your knees. Elbows grazing the sides of your ribs. Push down to lift. Tuck your toes. Start to lift your hips. Downward dog. Deep in breath. And deep out breath. Calm your mind. Find your peace always. Direct your energy inward. We're going to exhale, bend your knees a lot. Gaze forward, step the left foot forward and right. Inhale, lift with a generous bend in the knee. Go down. Then inhale, come up. Gaze up. Palms at heart. Arms down by your side. Find your peace, find your calm. Inhale your arms up, almost squeezing your head with your biceps. Sink your hips, but you still lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, fold slow. It may feel hard in the beginning, but it'll get easy, I promise. Inhale, lift, palms flat. Right foot back, left foot back. Lower down, elbows grazing the sides. Exhale down, inhale, lift. Tuck your toes. Slowly start to lift your hips. Downward dog. Fully exhale here. Inhale, right leg up high. Right knee up to your chest. Then shift onto your hands. Place the right foot down. Turn your back heel in. With the bent right knee, squaring your hips towards the front, guide your arms up. Warrior one on the right. We're going to exhale all the way down. Once the palms flat, flatten on the mat. Right foot back. Shift it forward. Lower the knees if you have to. Lower down. Push down to lift. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward dog. Fully exhale. Inhale, left leg up. Left knee up to your chest and shift the weight onto your hands. Left foot exactly between your hands. Turn your back heel in. Come up slow. Square your hips, gaze up. Exhale all the way down. Hands on either side of the left foot. Left foot back. Shift it forward, lower down. Push down to lift. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward dog, deep in breath. You can walk your dog. Calm your breath. That was a vinyasa, Surya B. Push the floor away with both hands. Activating both arms along the side towards the back of the shoulders. Pulling the shoulders down and away from the ears. Tailbone up towards the ceiling. Grounding through the heel towards the back side of your thighs. Exhale, bend your knees a lot, gaze forward. Step the right foot forward, then left. Inhale it, lift. Exhale it, fold. You're going to start to sink your hips, knees together, thighs together. Reach your arms up. Push the floor away. Reaching long, palms at heart. Arms down by your side, mountain. We're going to do 2 more just like that. Inhale up, sink your hips, sink your hips, sink your hips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Now I'm gonna jump it back, or you can step it back. Shift it forward, lower down, push down to lift. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward dog, fully exhale. Inhale, right leg up high. Right foot exactly forward, but as you do this, draw the right knee up to your chest. Go onto your hands, shift forward. Then you guide the right foot down. There's a lot of eccentric control, meaning you're putting the brakes on the whole time. Warrior one on the right side, lower down slow, hands down, right foot back, lower the knees, elbows grazing the sides, push down to lift, tuck hips back towards the heels, lift the hips, sink your heels, breathe. Warrior two, warrior one on the left side. Left leg up, left knee up to your chest. Shift the weight onto your hands, but draw the left knee up towards your chest to clear that foot. Turn your back heel in, squaring your hips forward. Lift up, warrior one. Exhale down slow. Feel into your legs, feel into your body. Lower the knees, lower down slow. Push down to lift. Tuck toes, sink hips back. Lift your knees. Downward dog. Pull the navel to the spine, breathe. Gaze towards the navel. Connect it through the hands into the shoulders. Sinking the heels down, feeling the core engaged, drawing the navel to the spine. Exhale, bend your knees a lot, gaze forward. Step the right foot forward, pushing the floor away with both hands, then left. Inhale, lift. Generous bend in the knee, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. All the way up. Palms it out. Good. Again, inhale it up. Sink your hips, sink your hips, sink your hips. Exhale, fold. Inhale it lift. Left foot back, right foot back. Shift it forward, lower the knees. Down slow, elbows by your ribs. Inhale, lift. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward dog. Fully exhale, inhale, right leg up, right knee up to your chest, and pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, and shift forward. Turn your back heel in, strong warrior one. Square your hips towards the front. Exhale all the way down. Right foot back. Lower the knees. Down slow. Push down to lift. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward dog. Left leg up high. Left knee towards your chest. Then shift forward high on the right toes. Turn your back heel in. Come up, warrior one. Exhale all the way down. Left foot back. Lower the knees. Shift it forward, lower down. Push down to lift. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward dog. Deep in breath. Deep out breath. Deep in breath. Deep out breath. Deep in breath. Exhale, bend your knees a lot as if you're springing forward, left foot forward, then right. Inhale, lift, generous bend, fold. Sink your hips low. Reach your arms up. Push the floor away. Palms at heart. Arms down by your side. Mountain. So we're gonna add warrior series and then we'll cool down and call it a day. Inhale up, exhale fold. Inhale lift, palms flat, right foot back, left foot back, lower the knees, lower down slow, push down to lift, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward dog. Left leg up high, left foot exactly forward between your hands, turn your back heel in, come up slow and steady, warrior one. Breathe, gaze up, open it up, warrior two. So right hip goes back, left hip goes forward. Bending into the left knee, gaze forward. Good job. Right hand on the inner left thigh, or you can just keep it here, left arm up, or guide the right hand down the back thigh. Left elbow on top of the knee, Right arm swings up and over. Breathe. And breathe. And back. Come up. And then we're going to go pivot forward into warrior one on the right side. Bend into the right knee. Gaze up. Breathe. Open it up. Warrior two, just as we did on the other side. Bending into the right knee. Pull the left hip back. Tuck your right hip under. Left hand guided down the back, not dumping the weight down, but lift up. Focus just on the lift of the right side of the body. Right elbow guides down towards the knee. Do not dump the weight. Left arm swings forward and rotate up. You should feel a good stretch along the left side of the body. Gaze up. And come back. We're going to flow through to the back, right foot back. Lower the knees. Down slow. Push down to lift. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward dog. Good job. Lower the knees. Wide. Untuck your toes. Sink your hips heavy. Pull your forehead down the mat. Shimmy your hips, continuing to breathe. Draw your attention inward. You should have the space between your eyebrows touching the mat. So that's your third eye. That's where we introspectively draw our awareness inward. We're going to tap our hands, push down as we round our spine, round it, and then gently guide our hips down, lift up, and back into tabletop. Tuck your toes. Knees are hip width apart, hands are shoulder width apart. We're going to elbow go out, pull the elbows in, and then push the floor away, rounding that area between your shoulder blades. You're going to sink your belly. Inhale as you pull the shoulders down and away from your ears, gaze up. Exhale, tuck and scoop and round your spine. Inhale it up, drawing the elbows together. Inhale up. You should feel the back side of your arms activate. Exhale, tuck and scoop and round. Inhale it up. Exhale, tuck and scoop and round. Good job. We're going to cross at our ankles. Walk our hands back. Come onto our toes, lift the knees, and come onto your sit bones. Draw your legs forward, keeping a generous bend in the knee. Guide your belly towards the front thigh, grabbing the outer edges. Plant your face between your shin, relaxing the back side of your legs. And then guide your heels forward until the back side of your thigh says no. Breathe and relax your shoulders. Breathe in towards the back of the spine. Exhale, nice and slow. Deep in breath. And exhale. Deep in breath. And exhale. Deep in breath. And exhale. Gently come up. We're going to go ahead and draw both heels into our pubic bone, sitting up nice and tall. Now the tendency is for you to be rounded like this. If that's you, place a block underneath your sit bones. Elevating your pelvis will allow your hips to open, okay? So there'll be a lot more. You'll be able to do this with the pelvis. The knees might not go down because that's a hip issue. You're gonna place your fingers towards you here. The tendency is to sink into your shoulders. I want you to push the floor away actively so that your sternum or your chest goes up towards the ceiling. Getting your heels as close to your pubic bone as possible. Draw the knees down. You're going to push down on your hands. Draw the elbows towards the back of the room. Push the sole of your feet together and gently see how far you can lift your hip. Breathe. Many of the yoga poses, a lot of people have a tendency to hold their breath. When they do, that causes injury. Gently lower. Good job. Walk your hands forward. We're going to guide the right leg out to the right. Draw the left heel in and sit up nice and tall. Right hand in front of the left or right ankle. Left arm up. Lift open. Breathe. Don't feel like you have to go too far. You draw the left knee down to feel the stretch into the left low back and the hip and lower. Good job. Draw the right heel into the pubic bone, left heel out. Sit up nice and tall. Left hand in front of the left ankle. Right arm up and stretch, drawing the right knee down, stretching the right torso away with the hand reaching up towards the ceiling. Breathing into the right lung space. And back. And then you cross your legs, palm side up, close your eyes. Gently notice the subtle sensations, the energy, revived, connected. You learned a lot about how your body moves. So trust that your nervous system learned what it needed to learn. Namaste.
Thank you for watching. Your time is valuable to me, and I appreciate you being here. If you found my videos helpful, I put out weekly videos for you so that you can benefit from it. So I would love it if you subscribed, as well as comment, review me, follow me on social at Instagram, YouTube, as well as TikTok at Dr. Connie Chung. I'd love to hear from you. DM me, comment below, and let's connect. I'll see you guys all later.